9:15 is your time. Flowers, candy, cards. Yeah, they're nice to give someone for Valentine's Day, but this year, why not surprise your significant other with something original and romantic? Macaroon Queens Nina Chitawi and Finia Jahangard are here this morning to show you how to make your Valentine's a little sweeter with less sugar. Ladies, this display is phenomenal. These are macaroons. First of all, can we just brag on you guys for a minute? Because you guys just won like what, best bakery in Dunwoody?
Yes, and best dessert of Atlanta.
Okay.
Out of all the desserts in the restaurants and bakeries.
You're clearly doing something very right here. What's the history of the macaroon?
Well, you take it.
Macaroon is a French pastry that has been, since 1988, it has been available, in the state, in vast variety.
But it originates from the 1700s.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And it's a mix of an Italian meringue turned into a cookie.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Derek, can you get a shot of this? Because this is what you call the traditional macaroon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the traditional macaroon. It's 2 egg white and almond flour cookies sandwiched with a ganache. And so people ask us all the time, what's on the inside? Well, it depends on the flavor. So if you have a chocolate macaroon, you have chocolate on the inside. If you have red velvet, you're going to have the red velvet filling, which Mom is going to demonstrate right here.
One of our best seller is red velvet. And the most important part of making a macaron is the amount of filler that you put in.
Okay.
You have to try to put in the right amount. I'm going to do the wrong amount and show you what happened. You see, it's
it pushes out on the side.
Over.
Yeah.
But this is exactly the right amount that you want your macaron. Now, if it's too little, it becomes like the French do, very little amount of filler that you can hardly see.
And here's what I learned from Nina. The cookie has to be like perfect top and bottom. You can't have a bigger bottom than you have a top.
Yeah, so in the kitchen, one reason they're so expensive, we're the cheapest in the nation for the fresh product. It's not frozen, but it's because you still need a human being to put it together, to match the cookie, fill it, then delicately put the top, because then it goes in boxes like this.
Oh, pretty.
And all of the beauty of it is the presentation, so it can't be sloppy.
Oh, speaking of presentation, can we talk about, because you guys do something a little different, the open macaroon here. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Yeah, no, it's open faced. It comes with fresh fruit and variety of fresh fruit and ganaches. And we do those by order. But in our new location in North Point Mall, we are going to have everything available and some.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because you are at a cart at Lenox Mall.
Yes, we started 3 years ago at Lenox and then expanded into Perimeter. We're carts over there. So everything is made in our kitchen in Atlanta and then prepackaged and brought over to the cart. But we're finally launching our first ever cafe. Gluten-free French baked goods is our specialty. So you'll have a cake like this that's gluten-free. All of the macaroon products you see here are all gluten-free. And then you can come and select your flavors. In our carts, they were restricted to what they could buy. Everything was packaged like this.
Can we talk about the customizing that you do as well?
Yes,
I mean, because I don't know how you've done it, but you got Happy Valentine's Day, Be Mine, Love You, Be Mine, and this is, of course, my favorite. But Derek, right here, get a shot of that one in your hand there. That is the fox spot. I don't know how she got our logo on the top of that small cookie. Hold that real quick right there so Derek can see it. Right there. Look, I don't know how you did that, but that is beautiful. So you can have Be Mine, Happy Valentine's Day. You can get whatever you want to on top of the cake.
Yes, so we have a special capability to do that. It does take a little time, so for those things we need time, but for Valentine's Day we're going to pre-make a bunch of assorted messages and things like that and put it in our packages.
You guys also do something very different that I've never seen before. This piping
This is super fun. So if you want to be like a baker at home or write your own message, last year we would actually write people's messages on the cookie for them, but now they can buy these. It's just $1. It doesn't need to be microwaved, just a little lukewarm water, and you pop the top, and then you can squeeze it out, and because it's like a pen, people find it really easy to use.
And you can even decorate it with variety of decorations.